Hello.
Hello,
Hello,
hello.
beautiful.
Yeah. Hello, everyone out there. Thank you for joining us. Welcome to Harmony in the Home. Yeah, that's right. Look how we're moving in harmony.
Good.
Yeah. This show is for you to see how you can create harmony in your home, harmony in your businesses, harmony with your families, and what to do when you're not in harmony. What is harmony? Uh, Anything that can create more pleasure, more love, and more money in your life. So, thank you so much for joining us. All right, girls. So, we have so many topics that we always want to talk about. Yeah,
That's true.
that's so true. It's like I always want to give so much in these episodes, and it's like, what to choose, right? Let's
That was
see.
a good sigh there.
Thank you.
Good one.
Yeah. Yeah. On our previous episodes, we spoke about harmony and what is harmony and how to sing in tune with your partners and with your loved ones and even with yourself. When when you feel a little uneasy, how to um, find your rhythm and find your flow so you can connect with other people. And in this episode, I thought maybe we could talk a little bit about what to do when you're in disharmony.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. That never happens to anybody, right?
Never.
Sometimes you might come in the home, or maybe your husband or your boyfriend or your loved one or your children, they come home, or you're at work and it's your business and your employees come in or you come in, and there's a mood in the space. There's like an aggression or a fight or a disagreement or a discussion or anything that creates like an unease. Yeah. And everybody's trying to debate and prove a point, and if you listen to the sound of people fighting, then you can hear the tones and how harsh they are, and not very pleasant, right?
Nope.
Yeah, oops, right? And for women, it's super important um to feel good, to be in harmony with everything. It's not only for women but for everyone, because we are part of nature. uh the just like the trees and the flowers and the grass and the birds and everything, it's just there's harmony in and flow and everything that's going on around us, and it's only like the humans that created this, um I don't know, their own way of living that's not in harmony with nature, which is not really working. So, I'd love to hear some stories. Like maybe you have a story where you had like this harmony with your loved one, and like how you handled it, and maybe how you would have handled it before and how you handle it now. Or yeah. Leah Gazal, do you have a story?
Yes. Do you want to go, Gazelle?
Oh, okay, I was thinking not maybe not my story, but I can share one story about my client, because when I did one of the class for how to talk to men, and it was this actually not me, actually Paulina, you did, if you remember or not. The one of the client, she was saying, oh, I don't know what happened every time with my husband coming home, he right away he's on the on the sofa, and he's on his phone, and he never listened me, and even he doesn't pay attention to our kids, because he just even like my little one, he's coming to he just come to his father and asking, daddy, daddy, look what I did, and he just didn't pay attention. and just say, oh, that pissed me off so much and I don't know what to do. I start fighting. And then we did like role playing and she just saw what happened. And then it was so interesting. She just come up with the new game for her husband.
Mhm.
And what happened, what she said, is we just start asking the question, how he can change, what happened if it's like, did you realize when he's different? And then say, actually, yes, like when my little one, she just run, when he just entered the house, he just changed and he just become very, very soft and smiling because I don't see that much. And then she said, you know what? Then what she started doing is say, oh, every time when he was arriving from his job, from the work, he just, okay, go, your daddy is here. And she just running, and she was like 1 year old. He was like, oh. And then the older one, the boy, he started doing the same. So I said, yes. So now every time when he's coming from the work, I just like say, kids, go, your daddy is here. And then we just like, that was my, I just solve that problem every time when he's there. And now I realize that this is very important when the man coming back from the battle, actually, because every time when the man outside, he's not at home, when he's coming back and wife still, start fighting, he just like, he doesn't see any different. He just but for him is okay, but women feel very sad, and then the fight start. So that was her decision, and that was just create the game, what you can do to take him like from that word to bring it back, so he want to come back and not fight with you, or you don't want to fight too. So that's my story.
Wow, really cool. Really
Yeah.
cool. Yeah.
That story really lights you up.
Yeah, that's like just opening. It's the same thing what I always said, like every time when we do that classes and seminars, we learn a lot too. Oh, that's interesting, we can do the same, we can like even to apply for our life. It's just what we can do, what like you might want coming back or something. It's not only with your partner, with your kids, also with your partners, with the workers. I don't know, it's any, like you said, you can apply for any your part of your life.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, with this girl, I remember the situation. Yeah, she was very upset that whenever he would come home, he wouldn't give them the attention.
Yes.
And then after the training, she created a game that the children would run up to him and hug him.
Yes.
And then what happened? He was then given the attention.
Yes. And also, I think what happened was like, okay, how we can win him even when he's on sofa, he doesn't pay attention. Then she create different way to approach him instead of, yelling at him and say, why are you not paying attention? So he says, oh my God, are you tired or something? She was just playful. And then he was like, wow, what happened?
Yeah. So it sounds like she actually saw what was going on. And
Yeah.
she when I noticed that when women get upset with men is because they have the attention on themselves and they're upset with something that they're not getting. Right?
It's true.
Oh yeah.
We're all familiar with that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then in this situation, what I see is that she took the attention off of herself, and she said, well, he's coming from work. What does he need? So he is working the whole day, making the money. What does he need? Maybe he needs a little love, a little bit of attention, a little bit of hugs, a little bit of kisses from the children, from me. And she didn't make it about the phone, that he's holding the phone, but she made it about just making him feel good when he comes in. And then the whole situation changed, right? Then he would come home, and then he would not go to the phone, but he was so excited that the children are running up to him, and that she is like asking him how your day was. And maybe I remember she was giving him a massage, right? She started to give him a massage. Yeah, and then of course, why would he choose the phone over a massage and hugs and
Like
kisses?
everybody giving him attention, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. What about you, Leah? What did you notice from Guzal's story?
Um, Anytime there's a game, that always works. And to get the whole, like, I think it's brilliant to get the kids involved in this, because now it's not between her and him, but it's a family effort to play, a family effort to have fun together. I think that's brilliant. Very, very smart of her to come up with that.
And a lot of appreciation, actually. They showed the appreciation that he is, working for family. Yeah.
Yeah, appreciation is huge.
Oh,
We'll have to create a whole different episode for
yeah.
how important it actually is. Cool. And Aliyah, do you have a story of disharmony? Turn
You
the
know. Gosh. I kind of along the line of what Guzal was sharing with her client, actually, one of the things that was frustrating for me for a while was when I was working from home during COVID and my man was coming home from work, he would come in with that energy. Like he would walk into the house and I'm just doing my own thing. And then he comes in, it's like, that, like, the stress from work, everything that doesn't work there was coming home. So I thought about it and I thought, like, if I talk about it, it might bring a little bit of a conflict and disharmony. And I used to do that all the time. Like, what are you doing? Like, how come you're bringing all this energy home?
Like you could do anything about it.
Right? And so instead, I took a yellow, really bright yellow sheet of paper, and I drew 3 circles on it. One was a very smiley face and says, and on top it says, "How's your mood?" And on top it said a big smile and says, "You can enter." Second one, like this. So this one said, do 3 jumping jacks. And then if you went up to number 1, come in. And then the third one,
Gonzalez.
and there it says, do not come in.
Do something, right?
And it said, you have 2 options. I have it at home still. You have 2 options. Go for a walk or 20 jumping jacks. And if you go up to here, you can come in. So like, look up, right? And I hung it up right on the doors because we had a glass door and it was right there. So every time he comes in, it's hard. And it's like right on, he's a tall man, right? So it's right in front of his face. And it worked. It worked on me too, because sometimes I come home and I'm like, oh, that's right.
It's like friendly reminder.
That's right.
Yeah. And it's playful and it's simple and there's no talking about it. There's no thinking. It's so direct and kind and oh my God, it's like children.
It is. It really is.
I love it. I love the simplicity of it, Aliyah. I love it so much. This could disarm anybody and make people laugh and smile. No matter in what mood you are, even if you're like really, really crappy mood, and you come in the house and you have this thing and it says like 20 jumping jacks. You're like, okay.
Yeah.
It's clear. There's a clear instruction, clear direction. It's fun. It's easy. It's simple. I mean, there's so many games that you can create with your families like that. Um, you know, and I'm curious, like, if was there a time that, let's say, he didn't want to do any of that,
Oh yeah.
and
Yeah.
then what would happen?
I said, "Did you see the sign at the door?"
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's right. I was like, oh. Sometimes I ask him, would you like to leave and come back again?
Aww.
You know, so like, and here's the funny thing. People that come for a visit, they notice that and they're like, that's silly. What's that? Starts a great conversation. But no, it's just a reminder because it's like a map, right?
Yes.
You don't have to speak. And before I drew it, I did have a question for myself, like, like, how come he brings all this home? You know, I had
Yeah.
this little bit of argument inside. And then I thought, if I have a conversation, it will create disharmony. Yeah, so who's bothered by it? Me. What can I do about it? I can play a game. So I set it up, and the kids love it too, of course.
Yeah.
The kids started doing little sticky notes for their doors too.
Yeah. This is what you picked up in Sage University, right? Like,
Yes.
yeah. This is the tool, the tool of playfulness. And you can apply, and it's so fun, and it takes a little bit to get there, right? But through the training, through the practice, through realizing that the drama of it, or like trying to prove a point or be right, it doesn't bring anything. It doesn't bring any joy. It doesn't bring any pleasure. And then like seeing that the game, it creates so much excitement and suspense and surprise. It's amazing. It's so simple. I love it. I love it so much. Thank you so much for sharing, Leah. Yeah.
And I
what
want to
did you
just
say?
say, Aliyah, she's the master of creation that games. She's like always creating something and sharing. Like then suddenly you see like many people start doing that, and it really works. Like with the buttons, you remember that yes, no, maybe, or something else. You always, I don't know, maybe because you had the daycare or something. She just plays with the kids, and it's good for family and adults involving that because grandma and grandfather, everybody. That's really
Yes. And one of the things that like what I like about your story, she got her whole family involved, right? And this reminds me, sometimes when I bring games in the beginning, my man would be like, I'm not doing, I'm not running around the yard. Okay.
another one.
I could have like focused on it and said, well, how come this is a game everybody's playing? You know, I could have gone that route, but I was like, okay, then you don't get to play with us. We're just going to continue playing with the kids. So we started playing with the kids.
Yeah.
And at some point he wanted on the positive side of it. And I said, hold on, this game is positive and negative side. So if you would like to play, you got to follow both rules. And in the beginning.
Yeah.
But then a couple days later, I remember one of the girls was like, oh, you got to do a run. And he's like, okay, fine. Goes out and runs. I was like, good job. Like it was a game.
Right on. Yeah, no, it's awesome. And I love it how also you stayed with it. You stayed with it. Yeah, yes. And we're going to keep repeating here that the relationship is a woman's game. And like, for example, I have a client and I kept telling her this, and she has a man and she's expecting him to do things the way she wants it to be done, but she's not telling him how she wants it. And a lot of women, they have this notion that somehow men, they need to know. And if they don't know, they need to learn. I'm like, okay, good luck with that.
Good luck.
Yeah, that's never gonna happen. So, and this is what I was telling my client. I said, the quicker you get with it, you know, and it'll take time and it's okay, but the quicker you get with it and say, yes, this is my game, and whatever you see this is to everyone right now, whatever you see in your relationships with your partners right now, you are the one who's creating it. This is the reflection of your mood, reflection of your pleasure, reflection of your frustration, or anything else that you're experiencing. If you see frustration in your connection, that's yours. That's not his. Now, I know it's not easy to hear this stuff, and maybe I shouldn't be so harsh on here, but sometimes you just need to hear the, the ugly truth of things. And if you want to go deeper into this, you can just take a How to Talk to Men class with any of us here. Also visit Sage University, sageuniversity.com, and you could always find courses there that you could take and find out more how you can navigate your relationships and create harmony in your home and be the leader in your relationships, in your partnerships, in your life. We as women, we set the tone. We set the tone of how it's going to go. And you could either be the victim of this tone and cry about it, "Ooh, doesn't go my way," or be mad about it, right? And say, "We're gonna go my way. You better do it my way." That's not gonna. It's just not gonna work. Or you could just say, 20 jumping jacks, my man. I love you, but until you lighten up, you just can't come in.
Yeah.
Well, and to add one more thing, it's okay to make mistakes. Like, we all make mistakes.
Yes.
And when you create those games, it's okay to mess it up.
Yes.
So I think where I won with that one is when I messed up and I got up and started doing jumping jacks before anybody told me, and they're like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I just threw in the mood." They're like, "Oh, you did." Right. So you just take on, like, I messed up. Whoops, go off I go, or run. So it's okay. It's like learning a new language, and you are going to make some mistakes. So don't get discouraged. Keep on playing.
Keep on playing. I love that. Thank you so much, Aaliyah, for adding that, that it's okay to make mistakes. How to say, it's okay to make mistakes. It's not okay to make the same mistakes over and over and over again.
And expecting no new result.
Yeah. And so what I noticed is that it really works when you have the support of other women who are also doing it, that you could check in with and say, "Hey, this is what's going on. I can't see clearly." And then you could get the feedback. "Hey, just go scream at the tree or something. Just don't yell at your man, okay? It's not gonna get you anywhere. Please don't do it." And or just hire a coach. Really, just hire us as your coach. You will save yourself a lot of sad and lonely nights, and gain yourself somebody in your bed, somebody who loves you, somebody who touches you, cares for you, takes care of you in a way you've never been taken care of. You could do that with the Sage tools. They're transformers. Again, you could visit them find them on sageuniversity.com and on the performance scales. And you could see the different tones and see where you at.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, girls, for being here. Thank you for sharing. And we'll see each other next time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye, everyone.
Bye.